Are Chelsea in a crisis right now with Enzo Maresca? And I don't mean the results at this moment in time. I mean some of the substitutions from him have got Chelsea fans losing their minds. Now, let's rewind back to 3 or 4 games ago when they drew 1-1 with Arsenal, playing with 10 men for majority of that game. 60 minutes, 10 men. Really, really good performance, fighting for each other, fighting for the badge, solid defensively, up against one of the best teams in world football. Straight after that, they had to go out there and beat Leeds United. They drop points, they lose. Then they put in let's be honest, it was quite a boring game in a 0-0 draw against Bournemouth. Today, off the back of that 3-0 Barcelona win in the Champions League, they lost 2-1 away to Atalanta. Now, don't get me wrong, Atalanta in the Champions League have been very, very good. They have been good. They've got some good players. Catalera, Scamacca's very good in the air. Lookman. But that Chelsea team has so much more quality than Atalanta. And Enzo Maresca, for me, is under pressure. He is under pressure. I'll tell you that for free right now. Now, I don't think that Enzo Maresca will be getting sacked anytime soon. But if results don't go their way, they have got to play Aston Villa, Everton, Newcastle. They've also got to play Bournemouth again, Manchester City, and Fulham in their next 5 or 6 Premier League games. Now, Everton right now are very, very good. Newcastle away is one of the toughest places to go in the Premier League. Then they play Aston Villa, who are on fire right now. And then after that, they've got City, Fulham away, and Bournemouth at home. Now, the Chelsea fans, they are expecting more from this. It was only a handful of games ago we were talking about, can they mount a title charge? If results don't go their way, looking at how congested the Premier League table is, there's only 4 or 5 points between 4th and 12th. If Chelsea is sitting in 10th, 11th in the next 5 or 6 games, now listen, they've got some injuries, right? Granted, Cole Palmer is a big miss. But let's not act like they haven't been playing without Cole Palmer for the last 3 months. They beat Barcelona without Palmer. They beat Liverpool without Palmer. They got a draw with Arsenal without Palmer. Colwill, of course, is a big miss, but those centre-backs, I've said it and I will say it again. You aren't going to mount a title charge with Tosin Adarabioyo, Badiashile. They're just not at the level. Let's just call it for what it is. Their fullbacks, very, very good. Their midfielders, world class. Reece James, said this before and I'll say it again. One of the most versatile players in world football. You can put him anywhere on that pitch and he won't look out of place because he's a world-class talent. But that tonight from Chelsea, that second half, the fact that Atalanta come away with more shots, higher XG, with possession was even. And listen, I know Atalanta have been good in the Champions League, but Atalanta are also 11th or 12th in Serie A. Make sure you go down and drop a like. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button and let me know your thoughts. Some of the substitutions tonight baffled me, and I'm not even a Chelsea fan. I don't get why you're taking off Neto and Enzo Fernandez in the 67th minute. I don't get why Josh Akiyapong, who is a good talent, is starting at right back in a must-win Champions League game when you've got Gusto on the bench. Again, another decision that baffled me. I don't get why the substitutions weren't made at half-time. I don't get why Jarell Hato can't get a game. Estavo is not used. Hooked early the last 2 games. Your most talented wire player who's arguably got world-class ability. Some of these decisions are not making any sense. They're not. And I like Enzo Maresca. I think he's a good manager. But these Chelsea players, these Chelsea fans, and that Chelsea board have aspirations to go and win. And at this moment in time, I know it's only the last 3 or 4 games, but when I show you their fixtures, that is not an easy run by any stretch. The lineup today, for me, Enzo got it wrong. 100% he got it wrong. Now, I like João Pedro. I'm a big fan of his. No qualms there. But Gusto should have started this game. He should have kept Enzo and Neto on, two of his highest goal scorers this season. Chalobah comes off at half-time. I thought Fofana should have started that game. Fofana and Chalobah are a better pairing than Badiashile and Chalobah. Gittins, okay. Caicedo and James, decent. But look at that Atalanta team. Yeah, Ketelera is good. De Roon's a good player. Ederson's been linked to pretty much every top team in Europe. Kolasinac was at Arsenal, 3 years ago? Scamacca was at West Ham, 3 years ago? Lookman's a good player. But other than that, I'm not going to lie, guys. Chelsea should be winning that game comfortably. And like I said, I know Atalanta are a different team in the Champions League compared to Serie A. But Atalanta, that second half, were the better team. Now, the first Chelsea goal, really good bit of play. Ball gets played into Reece James, straight across, and it's a good run into the 6-yard box from João Pedro. Scores in the 25th minute. At that point, you're thinking, do you know what? Chelsea can manage this game out. The only player in that 11 that wasn't used, or in that squad that wasn't used, who could have been, is Cole Palmer. And they'll probably be resting him and trying to get him back up to match sharpness because he's coming back from a long injury. He's been out for 3 months. I get that. But if he plays and they don't beat Everton, which I'm not going to lie, guys, Everton right now are on very, very good form. Very, very good form. And they've been decent away from home recently. You know, they beat Man United recently. I'm not so sure that is a now on win for Chelsea. These substitutions, 67th minute, Gusto and Garnacho, wrong subs for me. Wrong subs. Your two of your best attacking players, you bring off. Now, unless I've missed an injury, because like I said, I'm trying to watch Liverpool, Spurs, and Chelsea. We had a fantastic win tonight. All those Xavi Simons haters are going to be very, very quiet tonight. But wrong subs for me. Gittin should have come off. And they should have brought Garnacho on the left. And kept Fernandes on. Yeah. Keep Caicedo on for 90 minutes because he can't play against Everton. Maybe take Reece James off. And bring on Santos. But again, the ball comes into the box. Scamacca has so much space in between Fofana and Badiashile. He could have built a house. Sanchez got no chance. He tries to make himself big with a big jump. But like I said, absolutely no chance. No chance. I've got no idea what he is expected to do there. I really, really don't. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But that is diabolical defending from Chelsea. And then the second goal from Ketelera is hit low and hard, and Sanchez parries it into the net. But again, it's poor defending from Chelsea. I don't know how many times I've got to say it. That back line, you aren't going to win a league title with it. And that's what Chelsea want to do. But that puts them down in 11th. Now, if Newcastle get a win tomorrow against Leverkusen, and if City beat Real Madrid, they will be as low as 13th. They're below us. That is, yeah. And look, I know they've got some winnable games coming up in the Champions League. I think they've got Pavos next to. They should comfortably beat. Let's just be brutally honest. They should be beating Pavos, and then they play Napoli. But Napoli isn't an easy game. But Chelsea's fixtures in the next month are very, very tough. Between now and the 7th of Jan, we will see what this Chelsea team is made of. Newcastle away is as tough as it comes. Away to City, away to Fulham, Aston Villa, who are on fire right now, Everton as well. Guys, I am not so sure. I'm not so sure on a lot of these games. I'm really, really not. I don't know if they beat Newcastle. I don't know if they beat Villa, City, Everton at the moment. And I am starting to feel on social media that there's a change. Because 4 or 5 games ago, people were very much behind Enzo Maresca. But things can change very, very quickly. If they don't beat Everton, that'll be 1 win in their last 6. And Everton have just beaten Forest, just beaten Bournemouth, just beaten Man United. Their away form is actually half decent. They're in the top 8. So, and Chelsea for home form are down in 14th. So that game on Saturday is going to be very, very interesting. Cole Palmer should play, but again, no Caicedo. You expect Santos to come back in and play, or Enzo plays next to Reece James. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. I'm out.